Alright, today I'm going to show you guys how to properly dimension your multi-view drawing. So the first thing I'm going to do is in one of the corners, I'm just going to write H for height, W for width, and D for depth. This will remind me to do all the height, width, and depth of the drawing. So I always start with the H and then I'll check it off. The height can be either found in the front view or in the side view. For this particular drawing, I'm going to start by dimensioning the height of from here to here. So what this is an extension line that I'm going to draw over 2 graph blocks over, and you can see that there's a little space in between my drawing and the dimension line. Same thing with this. From there, I'm going to use my ruler and draw 2 arrows. This is going to point to where this dimension is measuring from. So this height right here is 1 inch. I'm just going to write in 1 with 2 little lines. The next dimension that I'm going to do is the overall height. So the overall height, come over from your drawing. I'm going to come over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. And I'll continue to draw this line over. I guess I probably only needed 4. So now I'm going to draw my arrow for the overall dimension of the part. You can see that the smaller dimension is closer to the part while the overall dimension is further away. The overall dimension of this is 1 inch and 0.25. Okay? So now I have the height of the object. I can cross this off. The next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to dimension the overall width of the object. So I'm going to do this again on the front view. Start by bringing these lines up. Okay. Then I'm going to dimension from here to here. So again, I'll just mark this up. You can always erase. These arrowheads need to be colored in, by the way. That's kind of like the standard. So from there to there is 1 inch. The next overall dimension is another inch. This could be on like the same level as the last one. 1 inch, and now we don't have to dimension this from here to here. We're actually going to do the overall dimension. Okay, so I'm just going to come up. Draw in the arrows. Now I have the overall dimension of the object is 2.75. All right, so I have all the width done now. And the last one I'm going to do is the depth. The depth of the object could be over here on the top view or over here on the side view. It doesn't matter which one you want to dimension. I'm just going to dimension over here on the top view for the depth. The depth of the object is 0.5 or ½ inch. Okay, so now I have all the height, width, and depth. After that, I would start to look at any special features. So for instance, there's a radius right here that needs to be dimensioned. when you do a radius, it's going to be a diagonal line that points to the radius. And I kind of just come out like this, and I'm going to draw an R, or write an R, and the radius for this arc is 0.25. Okay, now the other special feature is this circle. All right, the circle, or the hole that's in the middle, is a dimension of 0.50. So I'm going to do the same thing. Going to draw a diagonal line pointing to this. Then I'm going to come out over here, and now this is going to have a diameter sign, which is a circle with a slash through it, and then type in 0.5. Okay, so the last part of this is knowing the proximity of where the center point of this hole is. Okay, so I'm going to draw this just so it's not as busy on the drawing. I'm going to draw this on the side. Okay, so the dimension of the center point of the circle, I'll just draw. And usually the center point can like kind of extend out, so you can kind of see this better. Okay, so that center point the height of it is 0.75. And then from the edge over can also be dimensioned. And I'm just going to go down at the bottom just so we can see a little better. And this dimension is 1.25. All right, so now we have the special features now dimensioned as well as all the height, width, and depth.